I'm with Andrew Dreschner from Mercury Wealth Management. Andrew, your practice is in Essendon?
That's correct. We're based in Essendon, yes.
Jolly good. Now, can you tell me something about what you actually do and why somebody should knock on your door and say, Andrew, please help me?
Not a problem, Kerry. Well, we're financial planners, like we said, based in Essendon. We tend to specialise in giving advice to, I guess, what could be termed wealth accumulators. So what this actually means is clients who are aged in their 30s to sort of early 50s who are looking to build and protect their wealth. So they'll be looking for advice around debt management, around protecting, their assets and protecting their estate, in terms of building their super and wealth for the future.
Jolly good. So, would that encompass superannuation, self-managed super funds, and these type of things?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of things, of course, that we do specialise in. So it's all about getting the strategy right. So that may be in terms of investing money more into super, investing money outside of super, in terms of making sure you have the right protection and insurances in place, or just concentrating on the budget so we can identify areas where clients can save and then utilise that money to build wealth.
So you believe that good financial planning is built off cash management strategies and goals, I guess. Is that what you said?
Definitely in terms of that. I don't think it's really relevant in terms of what you earn sometimes. It's more in terms of what you spend and the difference in what you do with that difference. That's the key.
Okay. I've found that the financial planning practices that build cash management strategies really are creating wealth. Do you have a view on that?
I think it's an important part of the process, of course. Like I said, that is the keystone of building wealth. We've had clients who what could be considered don't earn a lot of money, but they're very successful in terms of building wealth over the long term. And like I said, that's just because they utilise what they save and invest that in the best possible manner in terms of being tax effective and what have you. And they're just able to build more and more each year and then build upon that.
Having sought good advice, I guess.
Of course, yeah.
Who, in relation to your practice, who would be your ideal client? Who should actually be knocking on your door?
Yeah, what we're looking for is people who are generally self-employed, so need some strategic advice in terms of how to build their wealth. What we find is a lot of self-employed, I guess they're too busy thinking about their own businesses, so they don't really think about the future in terms of their super and wealth management, so we can really help them out. Also those who are, employed, who are earning, so what would say a good income, but just find themselves, they still seem to not have enough money, if you know what I mean. So they need help with the budgeting side of things. And that's where we start. And that's where we can really build the wealth with the client and we can grow together as such.
Andrew, you said that you like dealing with people who own their own businesses.
Yep.
I guess the business itself brings in a whole different range of products, business protection insurances. Are you capable in that area also in your practice?
Yeah, definitely. It's an area that we have worked on in the past, and it's an area that we specialise in now. So we can assist. A lot of the time business owners, they don't think about their own business succession planning in terms of what would happen in the event of, for example, an illness or a death of one of the partners, and we can help them with solutions in terms of funding. I guess the best way to illustrate it is through an example. So you have two partners within a business. Of course, if something happened to one of those partners and they weren't around anymore, suddenly you might find yourself having a new partner being, say, the wife. And this may not work.
Or the wife's new solicitor de facto.
That's correct. Yeah. That's correct. So you want to have, a solution in place, just so you know exactly what happens in the event of death, disability of a partner, and the key is how to actually fund that. Because it can be very difficult to borrow the money from the bank in the event that something happened to one of the partners. So one of the solutions we provide is to provide an insurance solution. So have the right amount of cover in place so that if anything happened, that money would go to your estate or your partner and the share of the business would pass to the surviving business owner.
You're facilitating the business in creating plans that dictate what will happen in the event of these circumstances, and you're actually providing the money.
That's right.
Through insurance. Yeah?
That's right. That's correct.
Andrew, what else would you like to tell us about your practice?
In terms of, I guess I'd like to say about our practice is we act as a fee-for-service practice. So we charge according to complexity of advice. So it's an individualised service. So we sit down with clients, we work out exactly what they need, and then provide them with a quote of what that advice would cost. So it's similar to getting a quote from your builder, for example. And then we leave it to clients to decide whether they want to proceed or not. So it's not, I guess, we don't push clients into particular products or areas, because everyone is different in terms of what they need. So whether that be full advice, we're happy to provide that, or whether that be just individual advice basis. So if a client just needed help with an income protection plan or their superannuation, we can do that as well. So it really comes down to what the client needs.
Okay. Andrew, you're talking to a potential client.
Okay.
What would you like to tell him? Why should he come to see you?
Yeah, we'd just like to highlight our experience in terms of, because I've been an advisor for 12 years, providing advice to clients, in terms of our qualifications, of course, because I've got a commerce degree, certified financial planner, and I'm also a specialist in self-managed super funds as well. So we've got the education and experience, and like I said, we're, I guess, transparent in terms of how we go about what we do. We like to, I guess, not necessarily keep it simple, but make sure the client understands exactly everything. We're here to offer our expertise and advice, and we charge accordingly for that.
Okay. And not only that, but you're nice people.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Yes.
Thank you very much, Andrew. I'm sure that the people who are watching this video are much impressed.
Okay.
And will flock to the door of Mercury Wealth Management.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you.